integers, all the positive numbers and negative numbers including 0. So the set of all the positives and their negatives including 0 are called as integers. So we can say all the natural numbers and their negatives including 0 are called as integers. So we have learned this one. Integers can be negative, integers can be positive also. So for a positive, a number greater than 0. So these are all positive numbers. They express ideas like up or gain or profit like this. The sign of positive integer is plus, or else we cannot just leave it without any sign also. It can be taken like plus 3 is same as 3. And in negative numbers, so integers can be negative when the numbers are less than 0. They are negative numbers like down, loss or debt. The sign is to be used the minus sign. So minus sign has to be kept for negative numbers or the negative integers like minus 3 or minus 5. So this is all about integers. Now integers on the number line. So when we represent integers on the number line, we see that all the positive numbers are on the right side of the 0 and all the negative numbers are the left side of the 0. So numbers to the right of 0 are greater than 0, so all are positive integers, and all the negative numbers which are less than 0, all are less than 0 are all negative. So 0 is neither positive nor negative. So 0 is the reference point here. By saying 0 only, we will decide which side positive and which side is negative. So in this video, we are going to learn about comparing and ordering of integers. So starting with compare, when we compare, here we will compare two positives, a positive and 0, negative and 0, negative with a positive and two negatives. And when I say ordering, ordering means when we arrange it according to ascending order or descending order. So let's start. Let's take an example here. Suppose this is John and Jam. Now John has got a profit of rupees 1000 and Jam has got a profit of rupees 2000. Now by this situation, we can say who will be more happier. Obviously, Jam will be more happier because he has got a profit of rupees 2000. Although John has also got a profit of 1000, but Jam has got more than him, so he is happier. So here we can say a profit of 1000 is nothing but plus 1000 and a profit of 2000 is plus 2000. So here smaller positives are always less than bigger positives, or the reverse, bigger positives are always greater than smaller positives. So plus 2000 is greater than plus 1000. Next, suppose John has got a loss of 1000 rupees and Jam has got a loss of 2000 rupees. Now let's see who will be more happier. Obviously here John is more happier because he has got a less loss. He has got a loss of only 1000, but Jam has got a loss of 2000 rupees. He has got more loss. So minus 1000 is greater than minus 2000. We are using minus because there is a loss. So we can say smaller negatives are always greater than bigger negatives. This is just the reverse of that one. In the previous case, you have seen bigger positives are greater than bigger negatives, but here it's the reverse. Bigger negatives are less than smaller negatives. So you can see minus 2000 is less and minus 1000 is more in the value. Now John has got a profit of 1000 and Jam has got a loss of 2000. So it is clear who will be happier? John will be happier because he has got a profit. So whenever we get profit, we are happier. So we can see here profit of 1000 is rupees 1000 and the loss of 2000 means minus 2000. So here we can see all positives are always greater than all the negatives. So positives greater than negatives. Next, suppose John has got a profit of 1000 and Jam has got neither profit nor loss. So let's see who is happier here. Obviously John will be happier because he has got a profit and Jam has got no profit, no loss. So he has now 0. So positives are always greater than 0. Whatever the positive number may be, it will be greater than 0. So Next situation will take John has got a loss of 1000 rupees and Jam has got now neither profit nor loss. Now let's see. Here Jam is happier than John because he has got no profit no loss. But comparing to John, John has got a loss of 1000. So minus 1000 is less than 0 now. So here we see that although Jam has got no profit or no loss, but still he is happier than the one, that is John, who has got a loss of 1000. So here we can say negatives are always less than 0. This is an important thing to remember. Negatives are less than 0. So here 0 becomes the hero because 0 is greater than all the negative numbers. Till now 0 was less than the positives, but now it has become the hero. So 0, the hero, is greater than all negative numbers. Now let's compare integers using a number line. So let's take a number line. So before that, we will use a rule, or you can say here, right always bright. So you have to remember this. Now let's see what is this right always bright. Let's take two numbers like 5 and 2. Now we'll represent, okay, this is 5 and 2 on the number line. Now 5 is on the right side. You can see here. So from comparing 2 and 5, 5 is on the right, and as written here, right always bright. So 5 will be greater than 2. So remember here, which one is on the right hand side? It is always greater. So here we will use right always bright. So here 5 is on the right hand side, so 5 is greater than 2. Let's take one more example. Now let's compare 0 and 3. Same thing, we'll first identify 0 and 3 on the number line. Then which is on the right side? 3 is on the right side. So right always bright. So 3 will be greater than 0. Next, 0 and minus 3. Again, we'll just mark 0 and minus 3 on the number line and check which is on the right hand side. 0 is on the right hand side. So 0 will be greater than minus 3. Next, 3 and minus 3 now. So we'll mark 3 and minus 3 on the number line. So here 3 is on the right hand side, that is plus 3 or 3. So 3 is greater than minus 3. Let's take one more, minus 2 and minus 5. Let's mark them on the number line. So minus 5 and minus 2 are there. So minus 2 is on the right hand side. So minus 2 will be greater than minus 5. So from here we can see 0 is less than all the positives. Negatives is less than all the positives. Negatives is less than 0 also. So here you can see 0 is less than all the positives, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And all the negatives, minus 4, maybe minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 are all less than 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And the last one here, negatives are less than 0, or you can say 0 is greater than negatives. So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 are all less than 0. So already we have seen this, bigger positives is always greater than smaller positives. So if you take 5, 5 is always greater than 2. So when I say bigger positives, so we can say, let us take a positive number p. As p moves away from 0, as much as it moves, the value increases. So we can see here, as the value p moves away from 0, its value increases. So you can see here 5 is greater than 2 because 5 is farther than 2 from 0. So 5 is having greater value. Now one more thing, that is bigger negatives are less than smaller negatives. So minus 5 is less than minus 2. So this is just the reverse. So let's take a negative number n. So as n moves towards the left, far away from 0, its value decreases. We know negatives moves towards the left. You can see here again, as it moves towards the left far, its value decreases. As it goes far from 0, its value keeps on decreasing. So we can see here minus 2 is nearer to 0 and minus 5 is far from 0. So minus 5, the value decreases. Next, ordering integers on a number line. So now we'll order, let's take some integers 4, -1, 2, 0, -3 and -5. So let's take a number line and first mark all these integers 4, -1, 2, 0, -3 and -5. So here mark all the integers on a number line. Now here we will move from left to right. So when we move from left to right, we get the ascending order of the integers. We know from left to right it keeps on increasing. So remember this one, left to right, increasing. So just we have to represent whatever is there here. So the smallest one is -5, small to big, increasing order. So -5 less than -3 is less than -1 is less than 0 is less than 2 is less than 4. So here we can see we have got an ascending order. So left to right. Let's take one more. So 3, -2, 5, 0, -4 and -1. So here same thing, will represent first 3, -2, 5, 0, -4 and -1. So we represented all. Now we will do from right to left. When we move from right to left, it is decreasing order or descending order. So starting from right hand side will be the largest one. So 5 is greater than 3, is greater than 0, is greater than -1, is greater than -2, is greater than -4. So 5 is the largest one and -4 is the smallest one. So this is the ordering of integers on a number line. Thank you and keep exploring.